Okay, so the Summoner's Nexus TCG is a digital indie trading card game that I've been working on for the last 3.5 odd years, and it's finally in its pre-alpha/open beta state, which means that anyone can download it and play it. So you can check the link in the description, join our Discord community, and get involved with how you play this brand new game. With that being said, I'm here today to show off the AI assistant that exists in this game in a series that I'm calling Challenging ChatGPT, where I challenge the AI in its different playstyles at the highest possible difficulty with each deck in the game to try my best to win. Now, when you come into the game, you select the option to train with Ignis. You say that yes, I want to train with him, and you decide what playstyle you want him to use in the match: aggressive, defensive, or balanced. Now, I'm going to choose aggressive, and I'm going to try and beat Ignis today using the Forest Guard subset on his highest difficulty. Now, before I go into the game, I get the instruction that I have to reduce Ignis's Nexus gauge to 0. Now, in a normal game, you can win on life on turn 6, right? Just have a higher value in your Nexus gauge than your opponent on turn 6, and you'll win. That doesn't work in the training mode. In the training mode, you specifically have to defeat the AI, reduce it to 0 completely. So, I click OK, and it takes me into the match, and we get started. Now, with the Forest NBK strategy, you play it a little bit different than you would with an ordinary Forest Guard deck. So I play Selenis in the Nexus, which is standard. I play Kalpabanian in counter, and I think since I know the opponent is going to play an aggressive line, and I also know that Kalpabanian's effect won't actually work that well, come to think of it, I think I'm going to lead with Minos on this, right? We lead with Minos instead of with Goblin Forge, and I'll switch to my rune hand over here. I will set on the field. I think Incinerate is a good shout. I will set Forest Guard Startup, and I think lastly I will go with, let's go with Forest Woodland. I feel like this doesn't work unless I go with Forest Woodland, so that will be my last set card, and we end. I'm a little nervous, actually. I don't know if that was necessarily the best way I could have gone about this, but it makes sense in my head because my opponent is going to come with 2 attackers, both with 300 points of attack to, mollywop me. Now, this card, Kalpabanian, has the ability to flip the attack and defense of any card that it battles. However, these tokens have a weighted attack and defense, which means that even if I use Kalpabanian's effect, it won't make a difference. That's why I chose to put Minos on the field, because Minos has the effect Forest Labyrinth, which says the first time another Forest Guard card would be, attacked, you can negate the attack. So I can negate one of my opponent's attacks and then use Kalpabanian as a wall to survive the other. The only thing is, though, I say survive, I'm pretty sure he gets taken out here. I'm pretty sure we lose Kalpabanian and my opponent will just replace the card that they lost. But we can do something. We can do something. So first off, we start by activating Tutelage. That's the effect that's going to allow Selenis to start generating forest counters for us and boosting up our stats where they're necessary. I'm not going to put any counters on Kalpabanian because I know he's going to die. I know for a fact that he's going... No, actually, we can save Kalpabanian's life. We can save Kalpabanian's life if we want to. I can activate Forest Guard Startup here, and that will allow me to place a forest counter on... We'll put it on... I have fumbled completely. Have I? Have I fumbled completely? Oh, goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me. I feel like I fumbled. We will activate Incinerate. And I think we need to put the counters on Kalpabanian or else he doesn't get a big enough boost to actually deal with anything on the field. And we go Forest. Did I just choose him as the target for Incinerate? Nah, I'm bad at the game. I'm starting over. If that's what I did, I'm starting over. Okay, this chain is resolving backwards. If I'm bad at the game, we start over. If I'm bad, I thought it was Exorcism. Yeah, nah. Put it in the bin. Put this match in the bin. We're starting again. I don't know how I overthought my way into a loss there somehow. With that being said, though, coming at this again. Do I want to change my approach? No, I don't think I do that. Oh, you know what? Thinking is what got me into a mess the first time. This time I'm just not gonna think. I'm just gonna go and do what I believe needs to be done. Send that to my opponent's defense zone. We set the exact same cards. Oh, but do I want wall or do I want woodland? I don't get a big enough boost without woodland in play. I can save Selenis. No. This is a Forest NBK version of the deck. I'm not trying to save Selenis on turn 1. I'm trying to remove my Forest counters on turn 1. Alright, cool. So, let's get into it. Wave Start comes around. We activate Tutelage again. That part was correct, and I think that might have been the only thing that I did correctly, fun fact. Now, as for the rest of this, we just need to make sure that there's one counter left over when this chain is done resolving. So we will activate Forest Guard Startup. That part was also correct. We Forest Guard Startup onto Kappa Banyan. Then I could have put that on Minos actually. I don't know that it mattered necessarily, but it's fine. Then we Incinerate onto one of our opponent's attacking cards to reduce their stats instead of ours, because what the hell were we actually doing? Place another Forest counter on Kalpa, and we end by activating Forest Woodland, which will give him another counter. Give him a hefty little boost here, which should put him up to 300 attack. Now, we will have one counter left over because the chain will resolve backwards, right? Woodland boosts us up to 300, right? Incinerate resolves, it reduces the stats of that card, and then Forest Guard Startup still places that counter on Kappa Banyan because of that backwards resolution, which means that we are in a prime position to still be able to activate Forest Labyrinth. We'll block the first attack, take the second one. So, Forest Labyrinth, block the first attack from the first 300 attack monster coming our way. We don't Melody of the Forest because it wouldn't do anything in the situation. Attack gets negated, and then the second attack can go through because it's from an avatar that we have reduced the stats of, so it's not going to kill Kappa Banyan. Our opponent doesn't get through on this turn. Okay, yeah, I think I played that correctly. I'm okay with how I played that. Minos is now in play, and he's in a position where he's probably going to have to swing very early on next turn, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Alright, the end phase rolls around. We're going to choose the option to remove all Forest counters because we have already removed all of the Forest counters, so Selenis gets to live either way. There's no danger to his life, and turn 2 rolls around safely. Let's see what we top deck, because that's kind of important here. We got Shield Wall. We got a defensive card. I will take that. It's not enough defense, mind you. It's nowhere near enough defense, but it's a start, and so I'll take it. What else do I want to do? I think I just start mounting like a ridiculous offense, like the most offense that I can muster, and try and kill them before they kill me. I think that is legitimately the entirety of my plan here. Forest Wall will protect Selenis, so we'll play that. Exorcism can be used anytime, so we'll play that. That's only 2 rune activations though. No, that's 1 rune activation. Shoot, I'm cooked. This card will allow me to generate a Forest counter. Right? The activation of Exorcism will generate a second Forest counter, which will put Minos at 250. I need another counter to be in play, and I just don't have the means to make that happen, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble here. I am. I really wish I had top decked something that wasn't Shield Wall in the situation, because it's not an activatable effect. I have to wait for the conditions to be met. We will Tutelage here to start placing counters on the field. We will Danger Beast here. Yeah, we'll Danger Beast and Nature's Forge. Danger Beast says I can boost my stats for each rune that is currently on the field. Nature's Forge allows me to just generate a Forest counter for free. And I may as well Forest Guardian now, or do we? Forest Guardian now? Maybe we sacrifice Minos. Maybe we let Minos die. Maybe we actively let Minos die, because what's an extra 100 attack to my opponent's face when I can block a whole attack of 300 from them, right? I'm not speaking English. I don't know if that made perfect sense. But instead of boosting his stats, because each card can only activate 1 effect per turn, instead of using his effect that boosts his stats, let's negate another attack here. I feel like that's the actual play. We activate Exorcism, and we will just cleanse a random card on the field. It really does not matter who. Right, I'll cleanse you, and we will place a Forest counter. Minos is about to die, and Kappa Banyan is about to die. The card that is most likely to survive, ironically, is Goblin Forge. We don't Forest Guardian here, right? Now our opponent swings, and goodness, I would love to be able to do something with Minos here, but we don't have enough counters to clear the opponent's defense, so there is legitimately no point. We will Forest Labyrinth this. We force Labyrinth the first attack to make sure that we don't die right off the bat. The second attack will kill Kalpabanian, but that gives me at least a little bit of breathing room in terms of like managing my defenses around next turn, right? So the second attack takes out Banyan. We get taken out, but we do some hefty damage, and we're still going to do 150 to the face, right? Because in the movement phase 2, we move up. We've still got Entity over here, who should be at 250 right now. More than enough to clear this, so it literally wouldn't have made a difference if we were boosted or not. This is the exact same position we would have been in. So we can deal 150 to the face, which puts us ahead on life, but it's not enough to just be ahead on life. Like, we need to be doing something. Like, we need to be doing something to really gain advantage here. We need to top deck really, really well, or we are in danger. Destroy Selenis, and we'll activate Forest Wall, which will allow us to place another forest counter. The only problem with that is the main card that would have been making use of those forest counters to like do something is dead. And we do not have enough runes. I think we're cooked. I think because with this challenge, as it were, with this strategy, I didn't sit down and think, okay, how or what is the best way to beat the specific AI opponent and make a deck like that. I just made what is a good standard like Forest NBK deck, and that is not enough. It's just not enough. Can I do something with this? That's just an extra 150 to the face. That doesn't really do anything for me in the long term. I'm about to take 250 to the face, mind you. I'm about to just take 250 to the face, blindly. And all that this is just 150 on my opponent, which really isn't all that impressive. If I put down 2 runes, then he'll go to 250. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. If I put down 2 runes, then Danger Beast will boost Entity up to 250, which isn't enough to clear. So we may as well not bother. Actually, no, that's really stupid what I just said. That's really, really dumb, because sure, maybe we wouldn't have cleared, but at least Goblin Forge would have survived. And Goblin Forge has our counters. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. I am confident. I am confident. I don't know what we can do, because neither of these effects are helpful. We don't have any runes in play, and nothing matters. If we generate a forest counter here, he's about to get taken out. So legitimately, I can turn my toggle off, and it will have the exact same effect as if my toggle was on. The effect of this card is going to be mandatory, so even with my toggle off, it will still proc. I think I'm cooked. I legitimately think, okay, yeah, cool. He gets taken out. I activate Ravenous Deep, which deals 50 damage to my opponent's Nexus gauge. Unfortunately, I am now open to receive 250 damage, which means I am now behind on life points again. Is there anything that we top deck here that makes a difference? We swing in at 150, get taken out. We swing in at 150 again, get taken out. I should have gone for a boost. Those counters could have been useful in case I top decked, I don't know, something. I could have, wait, why didn't I use Forest Emergence? I could have removed those counters and gotten the card back and done something. I'm so bad at this game, and I made it. I made this game, and I'm so bad at it. Oh my goodness. I think that's the last time we will ever see me deal true damage to the opponent in this match. I do not think that there's a single thing I can top deck here that makes a difference. I got card exchange and I got card exchange and Lilith, bro. Oh my, I'm weeping. My opponent is going to summon a replacement defender, put themselves at 250 attack, 250 points in the Nexus gauge left over. But that isn't, if I can't clear them and hit them directly, there's nothing I can do. I don't think that there's anything left in my deck that can help me. All of these cards are dead, okay? This card is dead, this card is in my hand, this card is about to die on the field. The only things left in my deck to draw are Centaur Sage, which is defensive, and this guy with 50 attack, which isn't going to be enough to clear their defense, which means I can't attack them directly and win. Winning on life doesn't work here. So, in truth and honesty, I think we just have to take the L here. Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I I'm going back to the drawing board. I know for a fact that there is a version of the Forest Guard subset that can beat this AI opponent on hard difficulty with the aggressive playstyle, so I'm going to try again until I figure it out. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate your time. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. You'll see more of these videos where I lose to my own game. I lose to the game that I created for your entertainment. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and take care. Bye.